When we look at Russia's position on the map, we immediately see how large the country is. It's so big that we can't even show all of it at once on a standard world map. Russia is a vast country that spans 11 time zones and contains hundreds of different ethnic groups and more than 100 languages. But was this enormous country we see today always this big? Let's take a look into the past to understand how Russia became so large. 1,000 years ago, small Slavic communities lived in what is now Russian territory. Their biggest weakness was that they were located in a region made up of flat, open grasslands that allowed invaders to pass through easily. This made it simple for the Mongols, who were advancing across Asia, to surround and enter the region. The Mongols took control, plundered the cities, and forced these communities to pay tribute. However, at that time, Moscow was a region that was growing faster than the others. It had become the center of the fur trade and had early access to firearms and gunpowder, which had begun spreading in Europe. As the Mongol Empire grew, it became harder to control and problems began to arise. Moscow took advantage of this situation and managed to drive the Mongols out of their lands. In the following periods, as Moscow evolved into an empire, it began forming its own borders. Mountains and bodies of water were considered ideal natural boundaries. But in the east, there was a major gap in these natural barriers. The wide, flat grasslands could once again become a threat. For this reason, Russia started expanding eastward, which it viewed as more secure, in order to ensure its safety. With this process beginning in the 16th century, Russia crossed the Ural Mountains and reached Siberia. Siberia was extremely cold, sparsely populated, and mostly inhabited by communities that did not resist strongly. Furthermore, the fur of the animals living in the region was highly valuable in Europe. Because the region both increased Russia's security and provided economic advantages through the fur trade, Russia rapidly expanded eastward and eventually reached the Pacific coast. During this expansion, Russia first attempted to negotiate with many of the communities it encountered. As a result, many groups joined the empire without conflict, helping Russia become a larger and more diverse entity. This allowed many different cultures, languages, and traditions to be incorporated into Russia. Today, Russia consists of 85 federal regions. 22 of these are republics with their own official languages, cultures, and legislative bodies. These regions, which can be considered semi-autonomous, show how culturally diverse the country truly is. For example, Yakutia, Sakha. Located in the eastern part of Siberia, this region has an extremely cold climate and contains some of the world's most important diamond deposits. It has its own language. Dagestan, bordering Azerbaijan and Georgia, this region is home to various ethnic groups and multiple official languages. The majority of its population is Muslim. Komi Republic, a region known for its natural beauty and historically home to harsh labor camps in the northern territories. Kalmykia, a community that preserves its own unique ethnic identity and culture. Tuva, a republic inhabited by people of Mongolic origin who speak their own language, Tuvan. All these examples show that Russia's eastward expansion, driven by its need for security and its interactions with different communities, gradually increased its cultural diversity and led to the vast territory we see today. And that brings us to the end of the video. Do you think there are other reasons why Russia became so large? If Russia hadn't made these strategic decisions, would it still have such vast lands today? Or would it have remained as separate, unrelated Slavic communities? I'm looking forward to your comments. See you in the next video. Stay safe and take care.